Hi, welcome to the Antique Trader. And once again, we're here in Bernie, Texas at Serendipity with Bear Shank.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Bear. How are you today?
How are you?
Fine, thank you. Could you tell us what you did prior to owning this shop?
Actually, I was a hot air balloon pilot, and I started out in this business actually as a tax write-off. So to get back and to fly the balloon, I bought an actual antique store, and so I would fly my balloon. I would go check the antique store, and then I wouldn't have to. I could write my whole trip off that way.
So are you still working with balloons?
I still am. I love it, and I would never give it up. Even though I don't get the chance to do as much as I'd like to, I do as much as I can.
So how did this become your passion?
It's the thrill of the hunt. It's can I find that one piece that I'm going to make a fortune on, or the historic value of something.
Where do you go to find all these secret pieces?
That's a secret.
Okay, I'll settle for that. Okay, we're going to start right here. I see this is a bank.
Yes, it is.
Tell us about it.
It is an actual cast iron bank from probably the early teens or 20s.
Is there any way we could take it out of
Sure.
there? So we can put it close up to the camera, because I think a lot of folks haven't seen this and it would be very, very interesting. Okay, how does it work?
Actually, you put your coin here. There's a little lever on the back, right here. And when you push the lever down, the mechanics kick in, and she actually puts the coin in her mouth.
Let's see, did we actually get a very close-up of this? Let's do that one more time. Now that's a smart woman for you.
That
she
is.
She eats the coin.
You never get it back.
So, where is this made?
This is actually early American, and to tell you the truth, I wish I was more up to date on the cast iron pieces. Most of those companies are out of business now, and
approximately how old would you say this piece is?
She's probably 90. She's older than me and you.
Really? And whereabouts did you find her? Just asking what state?
Actually, a customer actually brought her in and said, hey, what would you give me for this? And that's how I ended up with her.
Right in the store here?
Right in the store here.
Nice, nice. Definitely. Okay, we're going to talk about spurs.
Yes.
If you can get that set of spurs down there for us. And I know that spurs are very highly collectible. Could you tell me when people started to collect them, or do a little bit of the background of spurs?
Spurs are a tricky market. People who collect them know exactly what they are. There's several collector's items out there. There's McChesney's, Garcia's, Kelly Brothers, Crockett's. There's just a whole different selection of them.
And how do we know what these are?
These are actually a local guy that makes these here. The more valuable they are, they'll have either a marking here on the shank.
This doesn't have a marking.
And this doesn't have a marking, but most of it, like it'll say either Crockett or Garcia, Kelly Brothers. They'll usually put a marking on the spur itself.
And these are not silver.
These are not silver, and most spurs were never silver. What they would do is they would put a design of some sort in silver, and they would actually attach it to the spur itself.
So is that what makes them collectible?
What makes them collectible is actually the people who make them. They're more famous. It's just like an artist. The more famous the artist, the more valuable the spur.
But aren't these heavy? Do you have to wear these on your boots?
No, they're not too bad.
I don't think I could carry them around too long. Okay, let's go on to the next thing.
Sure.
And what is this here?
I don't know if you want to know what that is. It's an actual chastity belt.
Let's go for it. That's something you don't see every day.
Okay, there is a little story behind this one.
Okay, well, I'll hold it. Be glad to hold it.
I have a 7-year-old little daughter. I found these things, and I'm not real sure if they're reproduction or not. It just didn't matter. I have a 7-year-old daughter. I bring these home and give them to my wife and say, this is for my daughter. She goes, what are they? I said, well, Let's just say she won't have a boyfriend for a long, long time.
That's hysterical. And where is this made?
This one's actually made in California, somewhere on the West Coast.
Let's turn it.
Of course, my little girl asked, "Daddy, what are those?"
And what did you tell her?
A pair of iron underwear, honey.
Very interesting. And where did you find this?
I just happened to come across one. A lady brought them in and said, "I've got these. Are you interested?" And I said, "I've got a little girl. Of course I'm interested."
And how many of them did she bring in?
Just one.
Thank God for that. Okay. And let's see, what else do we have here? These little faces, what are they?
They're actually bottle openers. The Four-Eyed Lady, and don't quote me on this because I really don't know, but for some reason everybody likes the Four-Eyed Lady. There's some sort of value to her.
She's definitely unusual.
She is unusual, kind of gives me a little bit the willies. But
Okay, who is this made by? Do you know by any chance, or what year, or where they come from?
They were made back the same time that the bank was, and they would hang these on the wall to pop the bottle caps.
Wow. Louisiana?
I'm pretty sure.
There we go. Could we take a peek at a couple of the others?
Sure.
Let's see if we could just get the camera on in here. And maybe so we're not kind of bending and stooping and getting our exercise for the day. Okay. And the same person that bought that first one and bought the others?
Yes. Then of course that's Howdy Doody. That's Four-Eyed Sam. And of course the Buffalo. And then the Devil.
Four-Eyed Sam.
Don't ask me how they come up with the names.
Okay, and here we have, let's see, something else interesting. Right here. What is this?
This is actually a Winchester lock.
What could you tell us about that Winchester lock?
If I knew more about guns, I wish I could help you. I know they did use these at the factory. These are from probably the turn of the century, from the 1900s to the 1800s.
Just turn over this way. Okay.
A lot of the trains would use locks like these on their cars that would have maybe gold or silver.
But that's awfully heavy to be taking this on and off.
And that's why they used it on the trains, so that they couldn't cut it off on the trains when they would rob them.
Okay, a little bit of the West, a little history here. Okay, let's see here. And,
And of course there's
What
Popeye.
What can we say about Popeye? Because he looks like he's...
Popeye is also a bank. If you turn to the back,
Oh.
he's also a bank.
Where was he made?
Same time frame. I'm sure they never paid copyrights for it. But
So I didn't know Popeye was that old. All right, so let's see, where else could we go from here? I wanted to talk about the Indians.
sure. The cigar Indians can go back. You can go back to the trader days. They would put the cigar Indians out in front of the store so that they knew that there was a place to trade. And they would usually they knew that there was tobacco for the pipe, the smoked peace pipe, and they would do the trading there.
So how old is this one in particular?
This one here is probably from the 40s, 50s.
And what's the oldest one that you have in the store?
Not right now. Right now, I've probably got one from the late 30s. He's probably from the late 30s.
Very interesting. And what is this?
Those are actual cigar molds. When they would roll the cigar, it would still be wet. So they would actually take the mold and lay the mold out.
And that's how tiny the cigars were?
Depends on what type of cigar you were rolling. There's actually a bigger one. If you've got this one, you've got a bigger one. But they would roll the cigar wet, put it in the mold, they would cap it, and then they would hang this until it dried, so that the cigar would hold its form.
That's very, very interesting.
From this display to this display is all the different.
Okay, let's continue on this way. I don't think we could really make it around. Okay, let's see. We have an Indian over here on this side that I want to capture. But, oh, let's take a look at these right here. Very interesting little shop. What are these here?
Those are Toby glasses.
Okay.
From England.
I've seen them that they were larger. I have never seen the smaller ones.
They actually make a small, medium, and a large. So they actually make 3 versions of that.
Are they still reproducing these or no?
They're still producing them. Royal Dalton still produces those.
No, okay. And you have these here. Could you tell us a little bit about these?
They're actually from Belgium. And they're actually hand painted.
What type of glass?
They're leaded glass.
Leaded glass. They're beautiful. Okay, let's take a peek around here because I want to go and talk about this beautiful Indian over here. Okay.
She is not actually a cigar Indian. She's actually a store display from around the 30s. She's actually not carved of wood. She's actually plaster.
Really? Mm-hmm. She really doesn't look it. I didn't think so. Could we get a good shot of that? And what could you tell us about her? Where'd you get her?
Found her at an auction, and they were auctioning off a lot of stuff that were actually store pieces. I'm pretty sure she came from somewhere downtown San Antonio.
Really? Mm-hmm. Probably close to the Alamo?
Probably close to the Alamo.
Okay, when we come back, we're going to show you more goodies. We'll be right back. Well, have you ever seen a phone like this? Tell us about the phone. It's a 1907 model.
It is a 1907 model. This comes up from when gossip chairs were one of the high-end things to do, because most of the time you had one line. If you would ring this up, you would ring the operator.
Could we still ring that by any chance?
I think it can still ring. Let's see if we can ring it. And that would
interesting.
That would dial up the operator. Down here you'd see a battery. It would actually charge that battery up, and this one has the same piece. This is actually a magneto that when you crank it sends out electrical signals.
So
the operator knew to pick up the phone to say, hey, how can I connect you?
So this is where the operator would be, down on the bottom part here?
Yes. Yeah, the operator would actually be on the other end of the line.
Okay.
The bad thing about these phones is your neighbors could listen into your conversations.
That's not a good thing.
No, it's not. That's why they were called gossip chairs.
And how long what's the distance that could be between the operator and the actual person that has this in your home?
To tell you the truth, I wish I knew. Most of it was like the Western Union telegraphs. This was just the next step up.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's talk about. It's getting kind of close in here. Okay, here we go. Military goodies here that we have.
Military goodies seem to do pretty well in the store. We have a gentleman here that has this booth that is actually a retired Chief Master Sergeant. And so he knows mostly about all the military stuff that we have in the store today.
I know what this is.
Old oil cans.
Yes.
Still a favorite.
Yes. My mother left me one. Okay.
And of course, this was a toaster.
That
they-
I've seen also. My mother had one of those. Let's see. We have rolling pins. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else?
I told you we had a eclectic collection.
It's very interesting. What is this?
Those are actually cowbells from somewhere around Switzerland.
Oh, cowbell. Oh, can we pick up one of these?
Sure.
Get close up. Very interesting. A cowbell. How would you put that on a cow?
They would have a collar, and it would loop through here, and it would hang down below their neck.
This is like really heavy.
It's really heavy. Well, you didn't want to get it torn up. Cows like to go through fences, so
Well, that's true. Let's show this one if we may.
this is probably a lot newer one. This is an Asian one.
And where'd you say they're from?
This one's probably an Asian one here. That one there was from Switzerland.
Okay. This is very interesting. So in Asia, they have cows that
They have cows also. And they may use them for plowing, different work. Instead of food, they would use them mostly for work.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not too familiar with that, as you could tell. I only thought that Texas had horses.
Hey, New York's got the most cows.
Yeah, Daisy the cow used to go visit her every year. Okay, let's see now. I am stuck here. Okay, and what else do we have? We have milk cans. Tell us about your milk cans here.
This one is actually from a prison farm. I couldn't tell you the age because I don't know.
It's from a prison farm.
It's from a prison farm. Yes, it is.
In what state?
I'm pretty sure I think it was New York.
Okay, and the red one, that
The
is.
red one, that is, yes.
Okay. All right. And how about the other one?
The other one's is a local piece. It's from one of the dairy farms around here. And
Oh, yeah, I could tell this one was from New York. It's bigger and redder. From the red apple right here. Okay, so I guess that rounds it up. You have a lovely shop.
thank you so much.
And I'd like to thank you so much for inviting me to come here.
Thank you for visiting.
It's been a pleasure.
Pleasure here also.
Okay, so we'll see you on the next program. And remember that history is in the heart of the collector. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.